Hello everybody, hope you're having an awesome night. Hope you had a great Christmas, great start to your new year. I want to take you through Come to the Altar today. Some people have been asking me about the interlude that I do. And I also, when I did the video a couple of years ago, I didn't incorporate the vocal line in with the bridge. So I want to break that down for you today and show you how I play it when I do incorporate the vocal line into the bridge with some chord melody playing. We're in the key of B, capo 4, G chord. I want to show you the little chord that they're doing in the beginning. See, a lot of people do it. They go G and then G suspended like this. Okay, that's not how they do it. What they're doing is they're playing a C chord or an A, it looks like an A minor 7 like that with a G chord. So they keep the G down and then they add this. And what that's called is C over G, C/G. And it's a country feel type thing. So you're going like this. So if you're not familiar with that, get used to that because you're going to hear that in a lot of songs. So it's in Graves into Gardens. And I search the world, and it couldn't fill me, right? Same progression, same band. So if you don't know how to do it, to strengthen your fingers and to get used to it, hold the G down, strum it once, and then hammer on like this. Then strum it again and pull off those two fingers. So that's how you get used to playing that. When I do my E minor chord in the chorus and also in the verse, I do the E minor, but I keep my pinky on the high E because that's what's ringing out all the time. It won't hurt you if you do an E minor 7 to the C add 9. Either way, but I don't do it. I do E minor and then just add the pinky. Okay, so that's basically it. So let's get to the interlude. So coming out of the chorus, let's see. The chorus is simple: G, A minor 7, E minor 7, C add 9. Okay, so forgiveness, right, was bought with the precious blood of Jesus Christ. So here's the interlude. What I do is this. So the interlude goes like this. G, very subtle, because we're getting softer as we come out of that double chorus. Then I go to this chord. Open, this finger on the 11, this finger on the 9th fret, open G, open B, pinky on the 11. And then when you hear me slide, I'm sliding my pinky up to the 12th. So I'm going like this. To the C add 9. One more time. So when it says, oh, what a savior, here's where I'm going to incorporate the vocal line. So G suspended to G. Oh, what a, whoops, oh, what a savior. And then where it says, isn't he, So I'm saying isn't he with the chords, but instead of hitting single notes like, so that's the melody, right? I'll just play single note melodies so you can hear it. So he's going, oh, oh, what a Savior, right? Isn't he beautiful? Sing hallelujah, sing hallelujah. So that's normally how I go about when I'm figuring out. I'll figure that melody line out with single notes. Then I try to figure out how to incorporate it into the chord progression. So the chord progression is very simple. It's just a G, an E minor, and then a C add 9. So if you had one person playing that, you can incorporate the melody line by doing what I'm showing you. This is also great to do when you're playing by yourself. Like if I'm doing worship and I just maybe have one of my singers with me, because I'm not a great singer. That's not my forte. I'm just like you would call me like a musical director, if that would be more of my title. I'm not really a worship leader, even though I do lead worship and I organize all the music. I surround myself with the singers and I show them what I want them to sing, the harmonies, and I just teach them basically with my guitar. So when I'm playing with just one person and they're singing and I'm playing on guitar, then I will incorporate this type of stuff that I always show you. So what we're doing here is G suspended to G. Oh, what a Savior, isn't he? So that's a G add 9 chord. That's all I'm doing. So now I'm going to this chord. So this stayed down. I have this finger here. So I'm playing like an E minor. And then I'm going to add this finger down here and then lift it up. I'm not hitting the high note down here. So don't hit the... It's not going to really affect it that much on the first part of it, but don't... See, I don't hit that. So you're only going to this note. Right? Isn't he wonderful? Right? Then sing hallelujah. So I got one finger down. I'm hitting this again on the G string. And then the B string open. Now I'm going to a C and I'm adding my pinky right there on the B string. And I'm lifting up the middle finger on the C chord. Because I got to get the G string to ring open. So Christ is risen. I lift up the first finger. So I'm going again. Oh, what a Savior. Isn't he wonderful? Sing hallelujah. Just these two fingers down right here. And I got the G ringing open. So I'm going, on this chord I'm going, hallelujah, Christ is risen, Christ is risen. I put that back down, turn it back into a C, and then lift that up, and it's like a C major 7. Back to the G. So, whole thing. Oh, what a Savior. So that's how it would sound. Now, when I go into the second part of it where it says bow down before him, now I'm going to say bow down before him. In the first part, when it says, oh, what a Savior, I'm not going, because I'm holding that C when I came out of that interlude, so I'm going, oh, what a Savior. Isn't he wonderful? Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Right here. Bow down before him. Lord of all. Sing hallelujah. Christ is risen. Repeat. Oh, what a Savior. Right? So that's basically it. You can slow it down. You guys, I'm pretty sure you're aware on YouTube, you can slow things down. I try to slow it down as much as I can. I don't focus a lot of times on hitting these two strings together or these two strings, as long as I'm accenting the notes that I need to ring out. So a lot of times you see me guessing, like I'm hitting the G and D, because I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just hearing the melody that I hear in my head of the vocals being sung, and I'm just playing that vocal line. You know, and I'm making things up sometimes, I mean, as I'm on the fly. But I do know the melody of what I'm doing. So, you know, when you're learning music, always learn all aspects of the song. Don't just focus on just the guitar and strumming a couple chords like G minor, because it starts to get stale. You're going to hear every song is utilizing the same 3 and 4 chords. What makes the song unique is they all have their little melodies that's, you know, make them different than the next song. So, you know, try to figure out the melody line on your guitar, the single note melody line. Listen to what the piano player is doing and try to, you know, a lot of time piano players will expand the triad. So like, for instance, guitar players are always just playing 3 notes. You usually, you know, and then E minor, D, and then C. And the piano player normally extends the chord. So they're going to turn it from a triad into like a 7th or a 9th. So when I'm listening to music, that's what I hear. And so I try to incorporate all of that stuff into my playing. I just think it's more interesting and it will really help you grow musically. And a lot of people don't care about the music aspect of it, but I've just always loved knowing music. I was always a lead guitar player, by the way, just so you guys know. On all the worship teams I've ever played on, I was the electric guitar player. And I was a lead guitar player all my life. And I'm talking, you guys probably won't know this, a lot of you, but it's called neoclassical fusion. It was from the 80s. You had guys like Yngwie Malmsteen, Tony McAlpine, Vinnie Moore, like very intense electric guitar. So that's how I started learning scales and learning about modes and music. And then when I got into worship music, I still played lead guitar for about 15 years. And then, you know, music shifted as far as worship music. It got very easy. You didn't hear a lot of lead guitar, single note, you know, soloing type things. It's more of chord voicings that the electric guitar players are doing. So when that happened, I kind of got bored with where lead guitar was going in worship music, so I switched over to acoustic, and I started learning how to strum, because you don't strum a lot usually on electric. And I still wanted to play leads, but in the context of chords. So that's why I started doing these YouTube videos, to show you guys how to do that type of stuff. I can easily put this down and pick up my electric and solo over any of these songs. I never forgot how to do it, but that's not my my motives anymore, and my drive and my passion. It's just kind of learning songs and teaching everybody so that you guys can glorify God with worshiping and expanding your knowledge of music. So if you like what you see, subscribe. Questions, reach out to me. I always put my email in the description. I can send you the chord chart. If you have any questions, you can email me. I'd be more than happy to help any of you, expand your knowledge on your instrument and get better. So God bless you all, and look for my next video.